It's another beautiful, 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 beautiful day. And you know the vibe. This is live streaming daily. And you know the vibe is all about having fun, learning together, growing together, changing the narrative and impacting lives. And that's on that in Jesus. You're welcome to another episode of Live Streaming Daily. And you know the vibe today is Saturday, and Saturday is all about vibes and catch up. Bless up, guys. Welcome wherever you're watching from. Shout out to you, the VIP. Shout out. Bless up. All right, today, we'll be talking about vibes, but now the vibe of silence, finding peace in quiet moments. Most persons or most people. Okay, before moving on, open today's in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. When you hear silence, you feel we have different narration or perceive what silence is differently. Understand? But silence is a great power. There's power in silence also. It just depends on how you commute with this silence. Then you realize the great power in silence. So today we're talking about the vibe of silence, finding peace in quiet moments, and how well you should value silence, and how well you understand yourself in silence. How well you understand what you're meant to do, how well you understand your authentic self, your authentic being, how well you realize how true to yourself it can be in the power of silence and finding peace in the quiet moments. I'll read something for you guys that I came across, so just stay attentive. It says it's in the quiet moments that we can discover our authentic selves. When we allow ourselves to be still, we become attuned to our inner voice and our intuition. In life, most times, we need validations from external factor or other people. I'll explain. Most times, it's hard for us to make decisions by ourselves because we feel or we get clouded or we get confused and we get washed up or rust up in different things going in our head, and we'll feel if I should ask this person, I think he would know what I should do. If I should seek this person's opinion, I think he would know what I would do. Meanwhile, most times people just tell you things based on what they think it is, not generally because it's the right thing for you or it's the right thing to do. But now, consulting yourself, you are the best teacher of yourself. No one understands you better than you. And the best time or the best way to realizing the true things about you, the authentic things about you, and also discovering your purpose and also deciding on what to do is by consulting yourself. And you can better do that in silence. That's why it's finding peace in quiet moments. And most times when we are washed up, or rather have a lot of things going through in our head, the best thing that gives us clarification is peace. When you're trying to decide what to do and there are different opinions or rather different things in your head or different scenarios in your head, the best way to realize the true answer or the true thing you're meant to do is peace. Whatever gives you peace, whatever gives you that calmness, whatever gives you that stillness. And now the best way to realizing this is true calmness or true stillness or true silence. And now, silence doesn't mean you just shut up and say, okay, I'll not talk. But silence is about being quiet, not quiet physically per se, but being quiet in your innermost. Because when you're quiet in your innermost, that's when you'll be at a better point to consult your inner mind or consult your inner self or consult your spirit man or consult your God or your intuition. And realize either what your intuition is talking about or what your God is talking about. So this voice, that's your inner voice, like I said, this voice guides us towards our deepest passions and purposes, giving us the clarity and direction we need to pursue our goals with conviction. Now, most times, we get confused, especially youth of our generation. You think today you're like, okay, I want to do this. Tomorrow you're like, I want to do this. Next tomorrow you see something else working for another person, and you be like, okay, let me try this. Another day you be like, let me try this. Before you know, there are a lot of things going through your head. There are a lot of ideas coming, and you haven't started anything. The lot of ideas coming, and you haven't done nada. You haven't ventured into anything because you're kind of confused and you don't know which to start first, or which, excuse me, or which to go into. Now, the best ways you can realize what to do is about finding what gives you peace, and finding what gives you that calmness. And one of the best ways to realize this is in silence, or is in quiet moments. You understand what silence mean, or the quiet moment mean, as we go on, because it's in this silence that you gain clarity, that you gain direction, and you gain the peace to pursue your goals with conviction. That's you are true to yourself. You understand, this is what I'm meant to do, this is what I'm meant to chase, this is the right thing for me. In silence, you understand that better. Silence is the direct line of communication with the divine. Now, the divine is the extraordinary, the spiritual above the physical, above what we see. It's the language that speaks to the depth of our souls. That's in silence that I can gain this clarification. It's in silence that I can understand this direct line of communication with the divine. It's in silence that I can quickly and effectively resonate with what speaks to the depth of your soul. Silence is the language of God, that you know. It's only when you are silent in your heart. It's only when you're at peace. It's only when you're at still. It's only when you're calm that you'll be able to hear the voice of God, or you'll be able to hear the Holy Spirit talk to you, or you'll be able to hear your inner man or your spirit man reveal things to you and direct you on the path which you're meant to go, or the direction which you're meant to go. That's why most times you have to be silent. You have to reduce the noise of the outside world. You have to reduce the noise of what people are saying. You have to reduce the noise of people you are listening to. And sometimes be silent and listen to yourself. Sometimes be silent and really understand what your inner man is trying to say. Sometimes be silent and quickly think about what your inner man says about, is that the decision you're trying to make, or the career you're venturing into, or if it's a career path, or if it's a relationship, is this the right person for me? Try to consult your inner man and realize if you're at peace with this decision you're making or no. Hi Maka, please bless up. I'm good, bro. What about you? Your glasses looks fine. Thanks man, I appreciate you. Bless up. So silence is the language of God. All else is a poor translation. And this was said by Rumi. I'll say it again. Silence is the language of God. All else is a poor translation. Now you may get, some discretion from different people. You may get some opinions from different people. You may get directions from different people. You can even get direction from yourself. There's sometimes that yourself speaks to you, and it's about you consulting yourself. Self is different from your inner man. Self most times pleases the flesh. Or self most times pleases or tells you the easier route, or the easier road, or just tells you what you want to hear, not actually what you're meant to do. So sometimes we listen to ourselves, but that doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. It's about consulting your inner man. It's about consulting beyond your consciousness, your subconscious, and you can only do this in silence. That's why Rumi said, silence is the language of God. All else, or all other, is a poor translation. In silence, we commute with the essence of our existence. Now, the essence of our existence can be likened to our purpose. The essence of our existence can be likened to discovering your purpose. The essence of your existence can be likened to defining your purpose. The essence of your existence can be likened to you discovering what you're created for. The essence of your existence can be likened to you discovering your life journey. The essence of your existence can be likened to you discovering your life's larger purpose. The essence of your existence can be likened to you discovering how you want to impact the world and the legacy you want to leave behind. But all these can't truly and really be gotten without focusing on the quiet moments or prioritizing silence, because you have to commute in silence to understand the essence of your existence. Hi Charles, you welcome. Bless up. Andrew Tate watching. Shout out to you, Andrew. You welcome. So, like I said, in silence, we commute to the essence of our existence. In this space, we transcend the limitations of words and intellectual understanding, and we tap into a deeper knowledge that resides within us. Now, most times what we see can be limited. Most times, what we perceive can be limited, but most times our imaginations can travel beyond what we see. Because the greatest gift of mankind is not the gift of sight. The greatest gift of mankind is the gift of imagination. Because whatever you conceive and perceive in your mind and you believe it, that's what you'll be able to achieve. Because your eyes can only but see the physical, but your mind and your imagination can transcend beyond the physical aspect and transcend beyond the physical realm. And what better part than understanding your life and understanding, the spiritual realm or the realm beyond the physical than being in silence or in quiet moments and finding peace in this quiet moment. It's in this space of silence when you commute with the essence of your existence that you'll be able to transcend the limitations of words. Now, if someone tells you today that, okay, I'm gonna be the president of Nigeria, I'm gonna be the president of the United States, and you yourself, you haven't seen what the person is saying, you'll be like, is something wrong with you upstairs? You may be like, bro, are you okay? You may be like, I'm gonna stop, let's change this topic. Like, what are you talking about? Can't you see the people that are contesting for presidency, the likes of Trump, what is the other woman's name? Is it Kamala, if I'm not mistaken? You be like, can't you see them? Where you don't reach? What how much do you even have? But now this person is not saying it from the physical aspect. This person isn't saying it for the physical, this person has transcended the limitations of words and now have gone beyond the physical. It has gone beyond intellectual understanding. You may be smart, that's like intellectually, your IQ may be very much high, but that's based on probably academic factor or academic excellence. But someone that has the level of imagining way beyond what he or she can see, and not just imagining, but believing what this person is imagining, may do more exploits than you that is like intelligent. Because now your intelligence can be like, how would I explain? It can be quantified, because you can say, okay, if you write an exam, you pass a test, you do this, you do that. But someone his or her intellectuality is based on her imaginations or his imaginations and transcends the limitations of the world or transcend limitations of words, may do beyond what you can do. Understand? Hi, Sophistotis. Yeah? Sophie's of Ties. I don't know. Hi. Okay, your name is Sophia. Sorry. Hi, Sophia. You're welcome. So, in silence, we commit to the essence of our existence, and in this space, we transcend the limitations of words and intellectual understanding, and we tap into a deeper knowledge that resides within us. Within you lies the best of knowledge that you would seek elsewhere. Within you lies the best of understanding that you seek elsewhere. Within you lies the best of wisdom that you may want to see. Because now, when you commute with your inner man, when you commute to your spirit man, you understand things in a deeper level than just the physical. You understand this in a deeper level, transcending the scientific knowledge or the general knowledge or the general phenomenon. Because now you've consulted a greater power, you've considered something that transcends beyond what man can see or man can feel. Understand? That's the power, and is in silence, is in the quiet moment that I can get this understanding, is in the quiet moment that I can get this knowledge, is in the quiet moment that I can get this deeper knowing. Deeper knowing because it's continuous, it's a continuous process. It's not something that you just do once and stop. It's something you have to practice and make it a lifestyle. Every day you consult your inner man. Every day you commit to your with your essence of your existence. And by doing that every day, you're understanding what you created for. You're understanding the direction, the next step to take, what next to do. By that way, you go beyond what people feel you can do or what people can see are seeing you as, because definitely it's different from what you are seeing yourself as. Hi, Never tweet. Hello from Russia. Hi, you're welcome. Hi, Alex Caballo. Delusional what? Don't say that, bro. So yeah, you tap into a deeper knowledge that resides within you, and a deeper knowing because it's continuous. Now, one unique thing about silence is that silence carries a unique vibe, a special vibe, one that is often overlooked because now our world is full of constant noise. Our world is full of chaos. Our world is full of, different things happening at once, different people talking, different people telling you what to do, different people giving you their opinions, different people giving their views about life, about relationships, about money, about what you should do with your life, about what you should do in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 50s, in your different people just telling you different things, now different noise. But the absence of sound creates space for clarity and reflection, giving you the chance to connect with your inner self. Now, most of us, we don't value connecting with our inner self because we feel we make more decisions or make decisions better when we share from other people's opinions. Now, that's not a bad thing, People can tell you what you are good at. That's when you're trying to discover your purpose, People can tell you, bro, you don't know that are very good at this, and you may know, you may think that just like a hobby or something that you just do for leisure. But people are telling you that, bro, you are very good at this. You are extremely good at this. Now, people can help you. That's close friends, family, loved ones that see you for who you are and understand that this thing gonna help you, and this thing gonna help you do very much good either in your career or a sphere of influence. So that you can consult people like this, and they will tell you, okay, this is nice, this is not nice, this is nice. You should venture more energy. Excuse me. Okay, you should venture more energy into this aspect, and believe me, you do great works in this. Now you can ask people, but when it comes to about discovering what truly resonates with you, when it comes to discovering your authentic self, believe me, you and you alone have to make that decision. You and you alone have to discover that, and you can discover that through the quiet moments. You can discover that through silence, because in silence you get more quickened. In silence you understand yourself better. In silence you understand what you want to do better, because now in silence is you now consulting yourself, is you asking yourself questions, but you're not saying anything, but you're asking yourself questions. And who else you want to answer these questions? You. So now you ask your question, you ask your inner self, like, okay, what exactly do I want to do? What exactly am I meant to do? Now, when you are consulting or committing with your inner man, your inner self, you should ask questions that seem like you're complaining. You shouldn't ask questions that seem like you're comparing yourself to other people. You shouldn't ask questions that seems like you like saying things aren't working well, or you're saying like, I've been doing this, that. No. When you're committing with your inner man, your inner self, you have to be as transparent as possible. You have to be as quickened as possible. Now you ask yourself questions like, what do I want to do? Okay, what was I created for? What do I love doing? What is my purpose in life? How can I discover my purpose? What exactly am I meant to do? Tell me, what do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? Yeah, I know I like doing this. I know I'm good at sports. But tell me, what do you think I should do? What direction do you think I should take? Now you're asking your inner man these questions. You're asking your spirit man these questions. You are commuting with the divine, with the divinity. You are transcending beyond the limitations of words. You are transcending beyond the limitations of the physical aspect of the physical world. You are transcending into the extraordinary. You are transcending into the spiritual. You are transcending into the realm that decides how the physical realm will unfold. You are transcending into the realm, that channels and walks over and tells the physical how it will unveil or how it will unravel. Now, when you transcend into this world, it will be easier. I know before you have answers. Okay, yeah, you are good at this, but if you do this, you'll be able to make more impact. You are good at this, yes, but you can use this other one, to put more life in this. Now you get answers. You see yourself, commuting in a deeper level. Hi, Persephone, you're welcome. Where are you from? I'm from Nigeria. Nigeria is in Africa, precisely West Africa. Shout out to you, Persephone, you're welcome. So now when you're committing with your silence, or in silence rather, like I mentioned earlier, you commit with the essentiality or the essence of your existence. The essence of your existence is, why are you living? What are you doing? You know, there's a difference with being alive and living. You can be alive, but you're not living. But when you're alive and you're living, that is, you're making a meaning in life. You've discovered your purpose, and now there's meaning in your life. You know, a life without purpose is meaningless, because it's just like you are roaming through and through, through and through, through and through. Like you're just going, you're just jumping, you just like you're like a wave, or you're like a ship on a wave, and you know, without like a navigator. Wherever the wave just tosses you, you go. Wherever the wave tosses you, you go. Wherever the wave tosses you, you go. But when you've discovered your purpose, you know, now you are the captain of your ship. You are the captain of your life. You're the one that will tell you tell yourself, okay, yeah, let's go to this, let's go towards this side. Okay, let's go towards this side. Okay, yeah, let's navigate. You know, now you're the navigator, you're the captain of your ship, you're the captain of your life, because now being the captain, that captain is like your purpose. So your purpose now is the driving force of your life. Your purpose is the driving force of your living. And now, what is the best time or the best way to discover your purpose? Is in the quiet moments, you know, is in the silence. Understand? So now, moving on, the absence of sound creates space for clarity and reflection, giving you the chance to connect with your inner self. In quiet moments, your mind can finally breathe, no longer bombarded by external stimuli. It's in this silence that you can process your thoughts, find solutions in problems, and even rediscover your creativity. You know, that sometimes that you realize your creativity, but along the line, you forget about it. Probably like you lose sight of your identity, you lose sight of yourself. What better way can you rediscover your creativity is in silence. It's in these quiet moments that you can finally breathe. You know, breathe, I don't mean, thank you. You know, when you are breathing, but when you become conscious of your breathing, you hear yourself breathe, right? If you can try it now, just try to manually breathe. You know, we breathe automatically. But when you now think about, am I still breathing? It becomes more nice, because now you're trying to focus to hear your heartbeat. You're trying to focus to hear, you breathing in and breathing out. That's how silence works. When you're in silence, the way you hear yourself breathing, the way you hear your heartbeat in silence, that's the way you hear the heartbeat of life in silence. That's the way you hear the heartbeat of your purpose in life. That's where you hear the heartbeat of what you're meant to do in life. That's when you hear the heartbeat of what will give you peace in life. That's how silence works. That's the power of silence. That's when you can finally breathe. Breathe, I don't mean physically breathe, but how you manually control yourself breathing. That's how you be able to breathe in silence. That breathe is like a metaphor for you saying, or for me saying, that's where you will understand your authentic self. That's where you understand the real you. That's where you understand the you by you and for you in silence. Now, moving on, noise, can bombard your mind. Noise can bombard your head. Noise can bombard the things going through your mind and going through your head, and thoughts are just flying in, going out, flying in, going out, flying in, going out. A lot of things are coming through, but now you have to learn to control your mind and think about what you're meant to think about. And it's in silence that you can best do this. It's in silence that you can best think properly. It's in silence that you can best think to the direction that you want to think about, because now you are like in control of your thoughts. When you are like, that sometimes I may be silent, but like I was saying, it's not about the physical silence, it's about you being in control of your inner mind. That sometimes that you be silent physically, yeah, but different things are going through your mind. That sometimes, how you be in school, yeah, and lecturer is teaching, yeah, or probably you be in church, and the pastor is teaching the sermon, and your mind is just in, oh more the jollof fries I cooked at home. I can't just wait to get home to eat these jollof fries, and the peppered chicken, or the goat meat, or it'll be like, bro, Man U is playing today. I can just wait to get home to watch this match. Meanwhile, you're in school. Meanwhile, you're in church, but bro, see this girl, and you just don't guy. Now this is you talking to yourself, right? But no one knows you're talking to yourself, and no one knows what's going through your mind. Your mouth isn't moving. It's just you commuting and communicating with yourself. That's how it is with silence. In silence now you can realize the essence of your existence. In silence now you can realize how to commute with the divinity. In silence now you can understand the language of God, because sometimes God may speak to you and you don't hear because your mind is clouded, because your head is clouded. No, because your mind and your heart is very much noisy, and He will speak and you wouldn't know. He will speak and you wouldn't hear. There's sometimes that you just enter a place and something will just tell you, bro, leave this place. Even if you may not hear it, that there are different ways, you can hear God. There are different ways you can hear Holy Spirit. There are different ways you can hear your God speak, or your intuition. Sometimes you can hear it clearly in your ear. Sometimes you hear it in your heart. Sometimes like a voice is speaking directly in your head. But now there are different voices, because sometimes your head voice is like yourself speaking. But the one you hear in your heart, most times it could be the Holy Spirit, or God speaking to you, or the divinity, or your spirit man. And so, but there are different ways you can hear the divinity speak. Because sometimes I just go into a building, or an event, or a location, and something just tells you you have to leave this place right now. Like you feel uncomfortable, and you're like, bro, let's leave this place. I don't feel at peace. That at peace is like the world. Whenever I don't feel at peace with anything in life, just know that that's not the right thing for you. Be like, bro, let's leave this place. I'm not at peace. And immediately you just leave. You just hear yourself. Or immediately you just leave that scene. You just hear that almost something happened here. What kind of autism do you have? I don't have autism, bro. Immediately you just leave that place, you just realize that something happened, or realize why you were not meant to be there in the first place. That's how silence works. It's because it's in the power of silence, it's in the quiet moment that you hear your inner man speak. It's in the quiet moment that you hear the divinity. It's in the quiet moment that you understand the language of God. You get me, you get me, you get me. Again, it's in this silence that you can process your thoughts, find solutions to problems. Now, sometimes that you may have, like, let me use myself as an example. Yeah, and sometimes that I'm given some tasks to do at the office. Yeah, and at the thought of it, it's like a difficult task, or it's like a confusing task, and probably I don't want to ask questions yet, because this is my field and it's expected that yes, I have a knowledge about this thing, or probably I have a knowledge, but my knowledge is kind of shallow, like it's the partial knowledge, and I need complete understanding. And I'm like, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? If I'm just like clouded, like noisy, having a lot of things in my head, or getting warmed up, or getting intense because I'm trying to discover what to do, I may not really know how to do it, or I may not really land on a decision or land on a solution. But when I'm quiet and be like, okay, how should I do this? Sometimes I'll be like, Holy Spirit, help me. And whenever I be like, Holy Spirit, help me, sometimes, I just know what to search, sometimes I just know what to research, sometimes I just know the kind of videos to watch, and in doing that, or in doing those things, I'll just get, idea of how I'm to do this. But then, when you are clouded, when you're filled with noise, when your thoughts are clouded, when your thoughts are jam-packed, you may not be able to get the right answer or the right decisions, because it's in silence that you can process your thoughts. It's in silence that you can realize, oh no, this thing I'm thinking is not the right thing. Let me dead this stuff. It's in silence that you can say, oh, this let me dead this stuff. I don't need it. I don't need it. But when you're like noisy, clouded in your head, clouded in your heart, you wouldn't know what you're meant to do. You just be like breeze, just anywhere, anywhere, anywhere. Understand? And it's in silence that you find solutions to problems. It's in silence that creative ideas are born. That sometimes that if I'm thinking about content to create, and I just lay down like on my bed, I'm just thinking. You have to like make an effort. That effort is very much essential, because in life, yeah, you have to put in hard work, and when you put in the work, That's where you see success. That's how it is in silence. You have to put in the efforts. Now, you have to decide, okay, what do I want to think about? What questions do I need answers to? In realizing the questions you need answers to, that's the first stage or the first level into discovering answers to these questions. Now, that's where you can ask yourself, or ponder on these questions you had, keep pondering, and staying connected. Sometimes meditating helps as well. Staying connected, and it's in this connectivity that ideas will just pop, things will just pop in your head, creative ideas will just come in and be like, wow. And quickly you just write it down. But then you have to prioritize, being silent. You have to prioritize, the quiet moments, because that's where you find peace. That's where you find clarifications. That's where you find solutions to problems. That is where you find ideas, creative ideas, and that's where you rediscover your creativity. Because, like I said, sometimes you can lose sight of yourself. Sometimes you can lose sight of your creativity. Sometimes you can forget what you want to do. Sometimes you can forget the ideas you even got because you didn't write it down. But in silence now, you can rediscover these things. That's how powerful silence is. And now, let me give you like a physical illustration about silence. Do you know what is semen retention? I don't really know, but you can tell me. I don't really know. Let me give you like one physical illustration about silence and how powerful silence is and how silence works. When someone kind of offends you or does something very grave into you or does something that infuriates you and you're pissed as hell, and you just want to either you just want to burst out these feelings or these emotions, because now sometimes when you don't react, it's like it's a bag of emotions, it's a bag of anger, it's a bag of different things, different feelings that you just want to erupt like a volcano. And in that eruption, you can broke someone's mouth, you can make someone lose his teeth, you can make someone go back home crippled, you can make someone go back home armless. Like there was a video I saw, yeah, I think it was a motorcyclist and a guy driving a car. I don't know what happened, but they started arguing, and the guy came out of his car with a cutlass and cut the arm of the motorcyclist. Oh my god. I was like, what kind of problem is this? Someone came out of his home or came out of his house able-bodied and fully, all right, and now you are going back home one armless. Like, how you're going back home a disabled, and it's now all these things are a result of anger. But in silence now, when see sometimes when someone pisses you off, even if it's a kind of careless pissing that it doesn't warrant that kind of thing the person did and it pisses you off, most times before you react, just take like 2 minutes of silence. You know, be the manual controller of your breath or your breathing. Like I said, our breathing is automatic, until you like think about it, then it becomes minor. Most times of anger, most times of react, like when you want to react in a kind of unruly manner or react in a kind of way that it's not the normal way you would react, be the manual controller of your breathing. That way, like, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. While breathing in and breathing out, you can hear yourself breathe. You can hear the sound of your breath. You can hear the sound of your breathing. And while hearing the sound of your breathing now, that's when you now think about, thoughts just drop in your heart, bro. Don't worry, just let this thing slide. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. If you should blow this guy's mouth now as you're angry, when you're calm now and you think about this guy now that you blew, how do you want to look at him in the face? Or do you not want to tell him I'm sorry and you think he'll be cool with just I'm sorry after blowing his mouth? Don't you think he may want to retaliate, or he may want to do something very condescending or something very violent? In those 2 minutes of just silence, you have thought about different scenarios that have played in your head, different scenarios that have played in your mind, and you just be like, oh my, it's not worth it, and you just walk away. Some persons may insult you, but because you've consulted that, like in that silence, you've tried to find peace in the quiet moment. You've tried to, even if it's 2 minutes, even if it's 30 seconds, your mind can do a lot of things in just 30 seconds. Your mind can reveal to you like 10 or 30 different creative write-ups in just Like, come on, now how powerful you are, because we are created in the image and likeness of God. So we are extraordinary. You just have to realize that, you just have to conceive in your mind and understand that, see, I'm extraordinary. So just committing with silence or committing with yourself with just those 2 minutes, you'll be like, but this my reaction isn't worth it, and you just walk away. And that's how you've walked away from, a violent situation or something that would have probably escalated to something not beautiful or something not worthy of sight or worthy of yourself. You understand? The more family you welcome. Do you like bananas? Ah, I love bananas. Don't you like banana? Banana is a fruit and one of the best fruits. And sometimes banana helps with hydration if you don't know. Most times when you're thirsty, especially if you're an athlete or you're into the sports, or sports industry and stuff. Most times when you're doing a sporting activity and you don't want to drink water to get enough food. There's sometimes that when you're thirsty or when you're dehydrated and you like drink water, you just want to be drinking and drinking and drinking, and like you get drunk with water and you'll be able to, perform as effective as you'd perform. Bananas can help. So the Mon family, you don't know why you're asking your question, but your question has been answered. Bananas are very much essential, and it's one of the best fruits in the world. So you can eat bananas. I love bananas. If you want to enjoy bananas, eat it with granuts. I don't know if you guys eat it outside, but in Nigeria, in Africa, I think in some places also, bananas, when you eat it with granuts, you enjoy it. When you eat it with rice as well, you enjoy it. So, yep. Moving on, the vibe of silence. That's the topic. Now the vibe of silence isn't about the absence of noise. It's about tuning into the subtle energies around you. Now, this world is filled with energy. This world is directed with energies. That's why there are like minds. That's why energy attracts. Positive energy attracts. Negative energy you like want to repel. Like, no, bro. Thank you. I'm good. The vibe of silence isn't about the absence of noise. It's about tuning into the subtle energies around you. The rustle of leaves, the sounds of your breath, the distant hum of life. These small details become more pronounced and can bring a deep sense of calm. When you're silent, that's where you hear leaves, like in my house now. In our house, there are trees around our house. Sometimes these leaves may be moving. These leaves may be rustling. Wind may be blowing these leaves, and doing what I'm doing, I may not even hear these leaves rustle, no matter how heavy the wind is. But when you're silent, that's when you hear the rustle of these leaves. When you're silent, that's when you'll be able to hear the sound of your breath. When you're silent, that's when you'll be able to hear the distant hum of life, because life hums. And when you listen to the humming of life, to the music of life, that's where you'll be able to dance to the tune of life. That's where you'll be able to dance to the tune of your purpose. That's where you'll be able to dance to the tune that you created for, and the tune of your life and your life activities. You understand? And it's in this silence that you can get a large sense of calm. Calmness now is innermost. Calmness now is within you. And it's in this silence, the details about life, the details about you, the details about the physical, resources, the physical attributes, the physical beauties about life becomes more pronounced. It's in this silence that, you get a deep sense of calm. It's like hitting the reset button for your soul. Most times you're paranoid. Most times a lot of things go through your head. Most times you're confused about life. Most times you don't know what to do. Most times you're trying to make a decision and you are just clouded. You are heavily confused. But it's the silence that you can get that deep sense of calm. It's the silence that it's like a reset button to your life. It's like a reset button that refocuses you. It's like a reset button that redirects you. It's like a reset button that makes you rediscover your creativity. It's like a reset button that makes you rediscover your path. It's like a reset button that puts you back on your path of life, that directs you and guides you towards what you're meant to do and towards your authentic and your true self. Silence invites a certain depth of presence without distractions. That's how powerful silence is. It brings about a certain depth. Now you are inviting it. You are present, but now in that present, you are commuting in the absence of noise. We are commuting with the essence of your existence. It invites a certain depth of presence without distractions. You become more aware of the present moment, whether you are sitting alone in your room, whether you're meditating, or whether you're taking a quiet walk in nature. And nature is a very good way for you to, commute with silence and come and find clarifications in the quiet moment, because now we are more connected to nature than we think we are, because you have to understand nature. When you're around mountains or around rocks, see, you become more livened. Like, why do you think um Jesus, mostly in the Bible, he went to the mountains to pray? He went to the wilderness to pray. He went to the wilderness to fast. Because he had to distance himself from the noise. He had to distance himself from a lot of things. He had to even distance himself from his disciples, because his disciples may be like, my Lord, won't you eat? My Lord, this and that. My Lord, won't you? So he had to distance himself from that noise to be able to focus in silence, to be able to hear the voice of God in this silence, because it's in silence that I can, be without distractions, get a larger depth of presence, but without distractions. You become more aware of the present moment, and this could happen you just sitting down alone, and you're commuting with yourself, you're commuting with the divine, you're commuting with the essence of your existence. It could be you meditating as well. It could be you just taking a walk or taking a stroll in the bright morning, or taking a stroll, in nature, or being on the mountains, or taking a walk or hiking. And while hiking, you're just thinking. While hiking, you're just thinking. You're just thinking, and you're just getting answers. You're just getting clarifications to life. You're just getting clarifications about life. You're just getting meanings. You're just getting, rich understandings on what you're meant to do and what you're not meant to do. Understand? So this mindful awareness helps you stay grounded, reduces stress, and creatively bring about tranquility. I'll come again. It's in this silence that it brings about mindful awareness, and this awareness helps you stay grounded, reduces stress, and it creates an aura of tranquility. Because now the world is chaotic, the noise is too much. So you have to prioritize silence. You have to prioritize the quiet moments. You have to prioritize doing things that really resonate with you. You have to prioritize doing things, that resonate with your authentic self. You're welcome, Talon. Share some wisdom, G. That's on Daddy Jesus. That's on God, bro. Bless up, bless up. It's this silence that you have to, understand about yourself. Believe in me, you have to prioritize silence. You have to. Hey, Ryan, welcome again, Ryan. Shout out to you. Greetings to you too. But you're kind of late. We'll soon be done with today's. I didn't intend to stay a long while today, but regardless of the fact, you're welcome, Ryan. You're welcome. Today we're talking about the vibe of silence, finding peace in the quiet moments. So, mindful awareness is this mindful awareness gotten from silence that helps you stay grounded, and it reduces stress. Sometimes you're anxious, sometimes you go through a lot of things, and the best way to avoid, or the best way to overcome this stress, the best way to overcome this anxiety, the best way to overcome these distractions, the best way to overcome this confusion is about finding the peace in the quiet moments. It's about commuting with your essence of your existence, and that's true silence. That's where you can create an aura of tranquility. Because in a chaotic world, embracing the vibe of silence can be a powerful tool for maintaining inner peace. And there's nothing more beautiful than inner peace. So no problem, Ryan. No problem. I'm not offended in any way at all. is in this, and I'm happy you are here. So even if it's 2 minutes, 1 minute, the fact that you came through, I appreciate that. Now, like I said, in the chaotic world, embracing the vibe of silence, it enforces that inner peace in us. And whatever compromises, like I will always say, one of the best answers I give a lot of people, I give different people, my friends, my family, or people, random people that just ask me questions. One of the first answers I tell them, and it's one of my best answer, is peace. You see, peace. Don't compromise your peace for nada. Don't compromise your peace for nothing. Because, and now the best way you can get peace is the best way you can get peace is in silence. The best way you can realize things that are good for you is in silence. Because if people, it's just like okay, let me give you a physical scenario. It's just like, yeah, you want to get married, and probably, should I use marriage? Okay, let me just try use marriage. It's just like you want to get married, yeah, and that's like arranged marriage, like monarchy kind of system, monarchical system of government. Most of the time it's just like an arranged marriage, like, either the father, brings the daughter of his friend, and both of them are reputable in the society, or reputable in the community, or reputable in the country. And most time monarchical system of government is about longevity, it's about influence, it's about impact, and they don't want to marry, to another person that wouldn't give them that influence, that impact. And sometimes these arranged marriages works better. You know why? Because they have a sole aim. They have it's like a partnership. It's like, I'm married to you because we want to keep the legacy of this family. I'm married to you because we want to keep the legacy of this country. I'm married to you because we want to keep the continuity of this thing we stand for. And that way, I'll put aside, my selfish desires, or I'll put aside the things I'm like looking out for that will just please myself. And you too, you put aside your selfish desires or selfish things that you are chasing. Selfish, that was what I used. And now we are coming together just to keep the legacy of this family. And before you know, it turns to a beautiful marriage. It turns to a very, blissful marriage, because now they both know that, yeah, so this is the legacy, this is what we're standing for. And everything just unveils, everything just unveils. Now, while I was talking about silence, let me come back to my story before I digress and forget what I want to talk about. When you want to marry, yeah, and now, should I use a guy or use a girl? Okay, let me use a man, because a man has to find a wife, and they bring like I'm using a monarchical system of government, so you understand what I'm trying to say. And they bring like 10 ladies, and be like, okay, who do you love, or who do you wanna, or who do you prefer, or who do you admire the most? Now, the guy at this point, he will either go through different tasks or different things, or probably they will be displaying, or probably they will like do a dance, or probably they will like do something alluring or something, just do something. But whilst they're doing all this, what's the guy doing? He's thinking, while he's watching, he's trying to get answers. And what he's trying to do is that he's trying to commute in his silence. He's trying to commit, okay, who should I pick? 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 Now, the 10 ladies or the 10 women will be very much beautiful, will be very much, endowed. And yeah, some may be more endowed than the other, but some may be prettier than the ones that are more endowed. And you'll be like, oh, I'm confused. Who should I pick? Who should I pick? Who should I pick? Now, he's not saying it out. He's like consulting his inner man in silence. He's commuting. Who should I pick? Who should I pick? Now, it will get to a point here that he will forget about physical features. It will get to a point that he will forget about endowment. He will get to a point that he will forget that, this one, she's more endowed from behind. So she's more endowed, her chest, her breast, her this and that. He will forget about those physical features. And in his silent man, in his inner man, he'll be like, okay, who should I pick? Who should I pick? And you'll be like, okay, I'll go with the third lady. And some person may be like, that's not the person we thought you would pick. Or that person may be like, man, I thought you would go with the seventh lady. Or that may be like, this number 3 is nice. Then the ones that really gets why, like I said, leave societal validation and expectations. what really resonates with you, what really gives you peace. Because now, why he has committed in silence, the first lady, second lady, third, number 10, and he just something in him just tells him, I'm on number 3. Because now he wouldn't just make that decision out of the blue. He wouldn't just make that decision, okay, I'm on number 3 is the finest. He wouldn't just make that because now he's not marrying for beauty per se. And he would just make that decision, I'm on number 3, she's more endowed, because he's not marrying for endowment also, but now he's marrying to, for a companion. And why he's committing his silence, something just drop in his heart, number 3, and you'll be like, I'll go with number 3. And that's it. That's how silence works. That's the power of silence. Finding peace in the quiet moment. And you just find peace with the third lady, and they'll get married and see that they'll have a wonderful home. So in a chaotic world, embracing the vibe of silence can be a powerful tool for maintaining inner peace. By intentionally seeking out quiet moments, you allow yourself the opportunity to recharge, to refocus, and to restore your balance. Because in a chaotic world, bro, you have to, sometimes you may lose focus, sometimes you may run out of energy, sometimes you may lose balance, sometimes you may lose sight of yourself. But now you have to consciously, you have to intentionally seek quiet moments so that you can truly understand what is meant for you, so that you can truly understand yourself, so that you can truly retrace your steps and rediscover your creativity, recharge your energy, refocus, so that you don't lose your path, and restore your balance, so that you're at a point where okay, yes, I'm in control, I'm in control, I'm in control. But without silence, you may not be able to carry these out. Without silence, you may not truly be able to understand yourself. So you have to prioritize silence. There's power in silence. There's power in listening. Because most times you're in a class, most times in a place, or most times you feel we know very much. Yes, you know very much, but there's more power in listening. Because now, even if you know to a fault, but you are better at making decisions when you listen. Now, some persons may come to you and tell you we have a problem, and now you are just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking without asking them what is the problem. Now, in life, you have to listen. You have to prioritize listening over speaking. You have to prioritize listening over talking. Now, when you ask them what is the problem, now they're explaining. Now, your own duty is just to be listening attentively and listening actively. While listening, before they are done with speaking, say you've understood beyond of where they're coming from. You've understood what they're trying to say, and now you have the solution to what they're trying to say. That way, when they're done talking, you'll be like, I've heard you, I understand. Okay, why don't you guys do it like this? Why don't you guys, instead of focusing on who is the best, instead of focusing who will run faster, do it as a team? Why don't you guys, instead of checking the brightest part in the village, actively establish smaller units in every community or in every society in the village? Now, when you have established different units in the village, bright minds can come from these different units. Bright people can come from these different units. Now, these different units now can develop more people than just investing in just one location. Now, it's through listening now that you get that idea, and it's through listening now that you're able to answer effectively. Now, there's power in silence, and silence helps you even when you're angry to make the right decisions. Silence helps you even when you're confused to make the right decision, because now you commute with yourself and you ask yourself questions to be able to understand. Nobody understands you better than you, and nobody will make the best decisions for you if not you, by you, and for you. That's it for today, guys. Bless up. We've come to the end of today's name, but Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Wherever you're watching from, shout out to you guys. If it's night where you are right now, it's night where I am. Have a good night. Sleep calm, sleep good, sleep like a baby, wake up like a giant. Let me be the first person to wish you happy new month. Welcome to September. Let me be the first person. So have a blessed September, and you're welcome to the Ember month. And September is the 9th month here, the month of delivery. So have a special month, have a pleasant month, have a fulfilling month, expand, explode into success, explode into dominance, have numerical favor and increase. And may you all have a pleasant, a special, a favorable, a blissful, a wonderful month of September and beyond in Jesus' name. Amen. Shout out to you guys. If it's day you are right now, have a successful day. Go out and excel, go out and dominate. If it's afternoon where you are right now, stay safe, stay calm, stay collected, and stay hydrated. And in everything you do, make sure you prioritize gratitude. Make sure you prioritize gratitude as a lifestyle. Make sure you cultivate gratitude as a lifestyle, because in life, no matter what you're doing, you need gratitude to stay on check. You need gratitude to stay on top. You need gratitude to stay on guard. And gratitude opens door for more blessings. Gratitude keeps you in check. Gratitude makes you recognize the good things happening to you and around you, even when you go and get stuff. And gratitude makes you recognize the good people around you so much that you can appreciate them. And that way, you have a better bond and better relationship with them. Bless up, guys. This is live streaming daily. So I blow up, but this is a lot more than that. This is about changing the narrative. This is about we learning together, because every topic I talk about, sometimes I research, and sometimes the topics that just dropped in my heart, I'm led, and I just speak about them. And while speaking, I learn very much also. So shout out to you guys. Bless up. Please keep coming through, and so that we'll keep having nice time and learn together and growing as well. Bless up, guys. See you tomorrow. Sunday. Sunday is all about gratitude. Gratitude. So come through tomorrow. Let's have fun. Excuse me. So come through tomorrow. Let's have fun. Come through tomorrow. Let's have an amazing time. And come through tomorrow. Let's learn and grow together. Bless up, guys. I love you guys so much. Say it back, please. All right, I assume you said it. Have a nice night. Have a nice morning. Have a nice one. Stay safe. Stay calm. Stay collected. Stay believing. Stay successful. And you definitely, excel in everything you put your heart to do. And God bless you. All right, peace out, guys. Bless up. One love. It's now, guys are coming. Ryan, thank you, Ryan. Bless up. Thank you for coming through. Shout out to you. Much love. Joe, series, worries. Should I talk about? There's no lady here now. Worries. Tomorrow is Sunday. Would you? I don't think I don't think I want to talk about any worries right now. I just want to sign out. And bro, what's happening to you now? I just want to sign out. But tomorrow is Sunday. Make sure you go to church. Tomorrow is Sunday. Go and have a nice time. I should say worries. Worries. Okay, what's coming to my head? 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 Bro, there's no risk coming to my head right now. But would you mind being, or would you mind taking a picture of me so that I can always smile whenever I look at you? Wow, this one just came to mind, so you can use it. You can go to a lady and be like, "Would you mind taking a picture of me so I can smile whenever I look at you?" I think that's a beautiful one. So, yeah. If the music is too high, let me say it again. I said, "Would you mind taking a picture of me so that I can always smile when I look at you?" That's cool. If you don't understand the rules, I'm not meant to explain the rules, but it's a rules, so you have to understand the rules. All right, shout out to you, Joe. Right about now, I'm signing out. I'm signing up. See you guys tomorrow. Bless up. La 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 la. Right about now, I'm outside. All right, peace out. Bless up. Stay safe. Stay chasing. Stay successful. One love.